Hey guys, and welcome back. So, I am answering a tag from Hope at Seedaholic Gardens. She tagged me last week, and the tag is what I learned in the garden in 2019. So, it's kind of going to be a recap. Wow, what I learned this year. I learned so many things this year. So, the first one brings us to where I live in Indiana. I live up by the lake, so our soil is very sandy. And instead of trying to amend the soil and put all the work into the soil, we opted for raised beds this year. We put in 4 different raised beds using Home Depot's prefabbed raised bed blocks. And these blocks are a Home Depot exclusive product, but for us, man, they just really open the doors for so much. You can double stack them, you can single stack them, you can add on, you can branch out with them, and they were an awesome alternative for us. I mean, just crazy. So that was one of the first opportunities that we had for learning. And then our second was to, so don't stop trying new things. Planting new plants for us this year. We did quite a few. So we did some different peppers this year. We also did eggplants and different varieties of tomatoes this year. And all of them, all in all, everything that we planted, they did quite well, but we didn't plant enough. So we only got a few off of, like our eggplant, we only got like 2 or 3 that really matured, that were long enough to really harvest. Peppers did really well. We planted 4 different varieties, trying to think, 4 different varieties of peppers, and they all did really well. Now my peppers didn't bloom until late in the season, so that for me taught me that I need to plant my peppers sooner so that the harvest will be sooner than October. So that's another thing that I learned. The third thing that I learned is don't stop experimenting, guys. It is so important. And that is one thing that I will have to say about gardening is don't stop experimenting, because even if you think that experiment is a fail, more so likely it will be a success, and it will show you so many different things about why or how. So I'm not necessarily saying that it's gonna be a fail, but just try new things. Never stop experimenting. So my 2 experiments this year were propagating underneath a piece of plastic out in the sun. So I used the solar from the sun to act as a mini greenhouse for the seedlings that I planted for my fall tomatoes. And it was a complete success. The warmth from the sun during the day allowed the seedlings to sprout. And it also took them into the evening to stay warm, so they continued to grow, and they grew so big, guys. It was amazing. So that was my first experiment. My second experiment was with the hoop houses. So the hoop house, I love them. I absolutely love them. I wish I had bigger ones and I wish I had a heat source that would have been able to sustain those tomato plants past first frost, which everybody knows in my zone it's very cold. So at 32 degrees, not a whole lot is really going to survive. So even though they didn't survive and I didn't get any fruit, it was definitely a success, because that hoop house taught me that it can extend your growing period, and it also adds for protection of those plants. Also, with my ground cover crop in the smaller hoop house, I learned that wow, you know, they sustain better. They grow a little bit quicker, even though it's not open to arid or insects and bugs and stuff like that. So I got less pest problem underneath the hoop house, and they still were able to flower Now, right after that, they froze, so I didn't know for sure if they were going to fruit. So, but to me, it was still a success because the tomato plants did wonderful under there, and they got twice as big, twice as quick. So, I understand holding that heat in, keeping the humidity at a certain temperature. So I learned that, and that was a complete success. I absolutely enjoy doing experiments. So then that next thing brings me to thinking outside the box. What you can do in the garden to help things grow better, grow taller, grow wider. So that type of thing really interested me, and there's so many things that you can do to keep your plants bushier, have more fruit on them. So clipping, the way you clip your tomato plants, I learned this year, you can get more harvest, bigger harvest, and it can make your plant fatter and stouter. Instead of growing taller, you can grow your tomato plants bushier, because a lot of upper space a lot of people don't have, so we're limited in space. So you want to keep your plants down where you can reach them. So those are the things that I learned in 2019, which was quite a bit. I know I learned more than that, but those were like the top things that really set my 2019 to a success. So I guess I'm supposed to tag somebody. So I am going to tag, who can I tag? I'm going to tag Stacey, Here We Grow Again. And I'm going to tag, let's tag Irene at My Permaculture Garden. I don't know if she's gotten tagged yet, so we will tag Stacey and Irene. And I can't wait to hear what everybody else's successes and whatever experiments, trials, tribulations are this year. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you on the next one.